Hello everyone, we are here today to discuss a very powerful analytical tool called as SAS, which stands for Statistical Analysis System. This tool is number one analytical tool in analytics domain, analytics market. We have lots of other analytical tools like SPSS, R, Cognos and many other. But then the kind of features, functionalities, user friendliness that we see in SAS software, it's amazing, and it's very rare to find in other analytical tools. SAS is an analytical leader from last many years. SAS offers several applications, right from application to customized business solutions. So for almost every domain, so be it insurance or pharma or banking or other domains like manufacturing, government, SAS has provided n number of customized business solutions which companies can start using right from day one. In case if they want some troubleshooting, they can coordinate with SAS consultants and get that problem rectified. Or else if companies have their own team of programmers and developers, they can go for the SAS applications and make their programmers develop their customized solutions. SAS offers several useful tools, for example, Base SAS, Advanced SAS, business intelligence, data integration, predictive modeling, platform administration tools, and so on. Let me just give you a brief introduction of some of these tools which are very widely used across domain. So let's begin with this Base SAS software, which is the backbone of the SAS high-end tools. So in case if you want to implement your business intelligence or data integration or predictive modeling, everything begins with the Base SAS thing. So Base SAS is the backbone of the applications that you develop in SAS environment. Base SAS is a programming based application, programming based environment. Doesn't mean this is similar to programming languages like Java or .NET or C++. Those languages are for application development. SAS is mostly not for application development. It is purely for analysis and analytics. So you can write some small code in SAS environment and do some analysis or generate some statistics or perform some analytics on your data, which is stored in several formats. Your data can be in n number of formats. It can be in Excel format, it can be in Oracle format, MS SQL format, MySQL format. So there are plenty of database formats available, and most of them are supported by SAS environment. So you can use SAS and connect to those data sources, fetch data in SAS environment and use the data for your analysis or analytics that you're performing. SAS supports variety and plenty of data sources and databases. So within seconds you can retrieve the data in SAS environment and you can use the data for your analysis and analytics. And for that you will be writing very few amount of code. It is not like the kind of code which programmers write in the actual application development environment, that is when they develop some application using Java or .NET. Those codes runs in 1000 lines, but in SAS hardly you will be writing a code which is exceeding more than 8 to 10 lines. So this code will be mostly based on the predefined functionalities, functions, procedures available in SAS that you can apply on your data and get your task done. So for example, we have lots of procedures available in Base SAS. So we have a procedure that can sort your data. We have a procedure that can quickly compute statistics like the mean, the average, the minimum, maximum, standard deviation, variance, covariance, etc. for your data. Now this computation is done within seconds. So no matter how big your data is, SAS can quickly analyze your data and generate some meaningful statistics that can help top management taking better strategic decisions. Apart from this Base SAS, we also have the advanced level of this, that is Advanced SAS, where we develop macros and we write SQL queries and we do optimization and do efficiency of our code. That's again a programming based interface where you'll be writing some code for optimization or to make your task more efficient, or you'll be developing some macro code for automating certain tasks or recording certain steps that you perform very frequently. So this was a quick introduction of two programming based interfaces of SAS called as Base SAS and Advanced SAS. Apart from this, We have several other SAS applications which are mostly graphical user interface based. So we have something called as SAS Business Intelligence, which is again a tool for reporting and for analysis and doing quick analytics on your data. Now the best part about this tool is you'll not be writing code in this particular environment. You have lots of GUI applications available. For example, we have something called as SAS Business Intelligence Dashboard. We have something called as Information Delivery Portal. We have Web Report Studio. We have OLAP Cube Studio. We have Enterprise Guide, each dedicated to some task. For example, we have something called as OLAP Cube Studio, where we create multidimensional data sources called as cubes. Then we have SAS BI dashboard, where we develop dashboard applications where we collate all different objects that you develop in SAS environment. For example, to quickly analyze your data and to have a quick glance of your activities that are running in your organization, you can create a dashboard which is a pictorial representation of your report. And anyone will find it really easy analyzing and concluding something, seeing a dashboard rather than going through the traditional reports which are running in multiple pages and which are number and text based. Then we have something called as Information Delivery Portal, where we can collate different objects, like we can have a dashboard, we can have a report created in Web Report Studio, then we can have a cube created in OLAP Cube Studio, and we can collate all these objects inside a small portal called as Information Delivery Portal. Then we have something called as Enterprise Guide, where we can implement almost every base SAS task. We can execute almost every base SAS function and procedure that you otherwise do or execute by writing code in base or advanced SAS environment. So this was a quick introduction of SAS Business Intelligence application. Coming to the next is SAS Data Integration Studio. This is an application of SAS where you can create data marts and data warehouses. Basically, this data marts or data warehouses are the data repositories that needs to be created before you start your analysis or analytics. So if your data is stored in several formats, say you have some of your data in Excel, you have some of your data in Microsoft Excel, you have some of your data in Oracle, SQL, MS SQL, MySQL, Sybase, DB2, mainframe systems, etc. That data needs to be collated and stored in one single repository, and then only this can be used for further analysis or analytics. For that, we have a very powerful tool in SAS called as SAS Data Integration Studio that helps you connecting to those heterogeneous data sources, fetching data from those data sources, and collating that data into one data repository that we call as data marts or data warehouses. If that repository is representing one department's data, one unit of your organization, you call it as a data mart. If it is created for the entire organization, we can call that as data warehouse. So a data mart is basically a subset of data warehouse. Both these data repositories are mandatory for you to continue your further analysis, reporting and analytics. Once your data comes in one uniform format that can be consumed for any particular analysis or analytics that you are doing, your various functions and procedures which are available in SAS environment can access the data and generate some meaningful reports or perform some analysis on the data. Then we have a tool in SAS, this is the fourth tool that I'm discussing with you, called as Predictive Modeling, where we implement statistical models. So almost everything which people cover in their graduation and post-graduation of when they do with statistics. Like for example, we have something called as ANOVA, and then we have regression, then we have multivariate analysis, we have text analytics. Okay, like this we have several statistical concepts that can be easily implemented in SAS Predictive Modeling, which is based on two applications of SAS called as Enterprise Guide and eMiner. Then comes the fifth application of SAS, which is platform administration. This is all about doing administration of various SAS applications, solutions and processes which are running in several SAS applications. So profiles which is platform administration is somewhat similar to the database administrations that we see across organizations responsible for smooth functioning of databases. Similarly, we have this platform administration course and a platform administrator profile who are responsible for ensuring that all several applications and processes of SAS are running smoothly. These are the popular programs of SAS. Apart from this, we have many other SAS applications and customized solutions which are used for some of the other tasks. This was a quick introduction of some of the applications, commonly used applications that we have used across various domains. Today's session is mostly based on the Base SAS environment. So I'm going to explain you how we write code in Base SAS environment. But before that, we'll also understand how that environment looks like and what are the various windows and options available in the environment. At the same time, we'll also discuss various use cases and scenarios and functionalities which are found in SAS environment. There are several features available in SAS environment. As I told you in my introduction session, that we have lots of functions, procedures available in SAS that can read your data which is in different format, that can understand the pattern of the data, the nature of the data, and create some meaningful reports or statistics for you that can help you taking better strategic decisions. Like for example, we have a procedure in SAS called as proc means, which can read your data which is running in lakhs within seconds and help you generating some meaningful statistics like minimum, maximum of a measurable variable, the average of a measurable variable, then the statistics like variance and covariance, etc. Like this, we have n number of procedures and functions available in SAS that can help you not just performing the data cleansing, but also generating meaningful reports and doing several analysis on the data using various functionalities available in SAS. The current versions of SAS are designed in such a way that they can help you even accessing the big data. So the data which is too large to handle, can also be handled now in the newer versions of SAS, and that a very meaningful report and analysis can be generated using the data. So before I show you the syntax in SAS and before we understand the SAS environment, let me just help you understanding this big data. So big data is the data that is too large and too complex for conventional data tools to capture, store and analyze. So such data cannot be easily analyzed or cannot be handled in applications like Excel. This data can only be handled by such powerful applications like SAS or R or similar other tools. It seems, let me give you some examples on big data. So it seems share traded on US stock markets each day is approximately 7 billion. Similarly, data generated in one flight from New York to London is around 10 terabytes. Number of tweets per day on Twitter is more than 400 million. Number of likes each day on Facebook is at least 3 billion. And 90% of the world's data was generated in the last 2 years. So that's the amount of data that we have generated in recent times, and traditional or conventional applications like Excel will fail handling such large or vast amount of data. For that, you need to use SAS, and only then that data can be analyzed and meaningful reports and some analysis can be generated. Data on its own is useless unless you can make sense of it. Now, when you define analytics, it is nothing but the scientific process of transforming data into insight for making better decisions, offering new opportunities for a competitive advantage. So business analytics is not so much about tools or technologies, but it is a way of thinking that uses knowledge, tools, and techniques to extract valuable insights from unstructured data, which then leads to a business strategy. It can easily analyze your past business data, help you generating meaningful reports, getting some meaningful insights from the data, and accordingly making better future decisions. So for that, we have various data and statistical models available. We have several processes available for quantitative analysis and evidence-based management. So this helps you taking better and strong strategic decisions rather than using the plain format of the data. So all these questions can be answered by SAS environment. For example, how do I predict future stock prices through Twitter data, news data, intraday trading data, consumer behavior data, etc. Or which screenplay of the movie or show will give maximum number of views on YouTube or TRP on TV? Or will there be any fraudulent activity in our hospital? If yes, how to prevent it? Or which industry or segment is yet to witness growth based on its historical data? So all such questions can be easily answered by the SAS environment. It seems this data scientist is going to be one of the most demanding job in the 21st century. A business analyst is not able to discover insights from huge sets of data of different domains. But data scientists can work in coordination with different verticals of an organization and find useful patterns or insight for a company to make tangible business decisions. It seems there's going to be 15,000% increase in job postings for data scientists in the US between 2011 to 12. SAS is needed and very useful nowadays because of the n number of data generating systems that we have. So nowadays data is captured from all means and ways. So data comes from your web pages, data comes from your handheld devices, data is recorded in your transactional capturing systems. So data is coming through several ways, and that has n number of patterns. This big data platform, that is Hadoop, is designed in such a way that it can easily understand that particular data and convert it into a consistent format, and then that data is used by this analytical tools like SAS or R, and that data is used for further analysis. The business environment today is more complex than ever before. Businesses are expected to be diligently responsive to the increasing demands of customers, various stakeholders, and even regulators. Organizations have been turning to the use of analytics. More than 83% of global CIOs surveyed by IBM in 2010 singled out business intelligence and analytics as one of their visionary plans for enhancing competitiveness. So the goal is, in most cases, the primary objective of an organization that seeks to turn to analytics is revenue or profit growth and optimize expenditure. This analytics can be broadly categorized in three categories. It's prescriptive analytics, predictive analytics, and descriptive analytics. When we say prescriptive analytics, that is enabling smart decisions based on data. So this answers questions like what should we do? Then comes the predictive analytics, which is predicting the future based on historical patterns. For example, what could happen? Descriptive analytics is mining data to provide business insights. For example, this is mostly used to answer questions like what has happened. Let me give you an example quickly on this. Say, for example, there is a customer, or there are customers who visit a particular mall regularly. Now, that mall is planning to launch some loyalty program, so they are planning to give some discount or give some offerings to their regular customers. So what that mall can do basically, they can collate all that data and find out the information on those customers who have regularly visited the mart. Now they can also identify the pattern in their transactions, like they can find out what kind of product those particular customers have purchased, and they can come up with certain discount and promotional schemes to for those customers, and they can make those customers buy the other products that they haven't bought yet. So this way, just by identifying the pattern in their last transactions, the malls can come up with certain schemes to promote their other products and make the potential customers. This was just one example like this. If you see, this analytics is used in almost every domain to enhance the customer base and to optimize their processes and performance and increase the revenue and profit. Just to give you a quick example of prescriptive analytics, this is something which is widely used by airline industries when they fix the prices of their airline tickets. Predictive analytics is again something which is used in almost every domain. Just to give you a quick example of this is, how do grocery cashiers know to hand you coupons you might actually use in future? For descriptive analytics, we can take one more quick example, like how does Netflix frequently recommend just the right movie to you based on your last patterns. Demand for analytics professionals in India, according to a survey, in domestic market, according to a survey which was conducted in Jan 2004, there's going to be a revenue of $163 million, and this is projected to be $375 million, till year 2018. In analytics market alone, it's going to be $1 billion according to the survey, and by 2018 it's going to be 2.3. The number of job openings which were available according to the survey in Jan 2014 were 31,500, which is going to be 2,50,000 till year 2018. The salary bracket would be anywhere between 4.5 to 15 lakhs depending on the experience of the professional. This particular tool SAS is used in almost every top IT company and other domains in India. So companies like Wipro and TCS and Accenture, all these companies use this particular tool SAS for some of the other reasons. Apart from this, the banks like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, this telecommunication companies like Vodafone, Idea, all these make use of this SAS tool and software. There are global clients also for SAS like Barclays, Walmart, AXA, UBS, Hyundai, Genpact, Citigroup, DBS, and many more. No matter what your educational background or aspirations, you have a fulfilling career in one of the many fields of business analytics. So this is definitely a right tool that you have selected, and this is really going to help you a lot in making better decisions and for exploring more opportunities in this particular domain. Now let me introduce the SAS environment, explain you the various elements of the SAS environment, and then we'll see how we write code in SAS environment and how we access different types of data, perform various types of processes, generate several types of statistics in the environment, and which will definitely help your top management or the middle level managers taking better strategic decisions.